98.7 WFGR, Grand Rapids Greatest Hits of the Culture Club. It is the JoJo Show at 8:47, and joining us in the studio today are Liam and Casey there with the production of Newsies, which is coming up to the Grand Rapids Civic Theatre starting next Friday, May 31st, and it runs through June 23rd, so a long run there. And you can get tickets at grct.org, which is the Civic Theatre's website. Liam, this is a well-known show because it was a movie back in 1992, right?
Yeah. Christian Bale starred as Jack Kelly, and while some of the music is transferred over onto the onstage production, a lot of it has been vamped up for the Broadway stage. A lot of bigger numbers with having to do with a larger cast, a larger ensemble, and a larger emphasis on dancing as well. This is a huge dance show, and there's some wickedly talented dancers on stage.
I guess, Casey, you have to be what they call a triple threat. You have to be able to act, sing, and dance at the same time. Is that difficult?
It's really difficult. I don't know that either of us can really speak to that very much. So both of our characters, I play Jack and Liam plays Crutchy. And both of our characters, it's kind of funny. In those big dancing moments, we either our center stage just singing out to the audience really aggressively while everyone dances around us, or there are even a couple of points where I will just flat out leave the stage before something really crazy happens with the dancing. But our choreographer, Erin Keikos Pot, she is phenomenal. And I remember I told her at the beginning of this process, I was like, I want you to push me. I know that Jack doesn't normally dance a lot, but I want you to push me. And she has gone above and beyond. She has given me some really cool stuff that we're doing. It's great to join in, and Liam does some cool stuff too. So we're really excited about the dancing, and we've got some phenomenal dancers in this cast. People doing flips, people doing all sorts of tumbling stuff.
Yeah, somebody told me there's almost a gymnastics element to it.
It's basically like a gymnastics routine the entire show. It's great.
Did you guys come into this knowing that it was a big physical deal, or did you have to train? Yeah. Did you train beforehand, or were you already kind of well versed in gymnastics moves and stuff?
Well, I kind of was in shows leading up into the audition process, so I didn't have enough time to train. But I know that Civic went out of their way to make sure that there were training opportunities. They had been offering tumbling classes and tapping classes for anyone that was able to take them, and just to sharpen up those skills and get them ready for the audition for the show.
Liam and Casey are with the production of Newsies, which is coming to the Grand Rapids Civic Theatre on May 31st. This is based on a real event, right? There was a newspaper strike, and it involves child labor, right?
Yeah, so it was in 1899, I believe. There was a strike against, so the main newspapers like Pulitzer and Hearst, they raised the price of papers. And so the newsboys decided that they were going to go on strike against them and form a union. So this musical is essentially that story of these newsies saying, hey, you just raised the price of papers and we're not okay with that. So they decided to form a union. Jack Kelly is kind of the organizer of the union along with another character, Davey. And essentially it's just how things unfold after they decide to form that union and the events that take place. So
and if you've never seen the movie, if you're in the audience right now and you've never seen the movie, the songs are absolutely fantastic. I do remember that from the musical. Was it kind of a joy to learn these songs and stuff, because they're kind of catchy?
It's absolutely incredible being able to learn these songs, and I find myself wanting to listen to the songs on my breaks just because they've become such a dear part of my heart, and I just still feel the energy of all the boys dancing in the room by just listening to the soundtrack. It's incredible.
Yeah. And so, again, it starts May 31st, which is next Friday. You guys ready?
I think so.
You guys probably been rehearsing for a while.
We have been, we've been rehearsing since the beginning of April. And I think we're all really excited for this weekend because this is our tech weekend where we get to move to the stage and figure out sound and microphones and work with the pit orchestra and everything like that. So we're really, really excited for that because that'll kind of feel like finally putting that last puzzle piece in place.
And Stephanie Busing is from Atlanta, Georgia, and she's kind of been helping out with the production. What has she been doing?
She is being brought on as a projection artist, and so she is crafting these beautiful projections that are going to be projected onto the set of the show, and throughout different moments to accent certain songs or certain moments, and it's really going to be interesting. It almost adds this whole new visual aspect to the show, it almost becomes a whole new part of the show, as like just as important as the music, as the dancing, as the dialogue, and are the images that are going to be projected.
Now, you guys know you're going through the production that this was a movie that was. It kind of has a cult following. I don't know if you know that.
Yeah.
You said you've seen the movie, Liam?
I don't know. I have
Oh,
not.
you haven't?
Yeah,
Okay, I thought you said you had beforehand, but so neither one of you have seen the movie.
I'd seen like clips online.
Okay.
I remember a few were in circulation when the show was like getting cast, and we had started talking to each other, and we were like sending each other clips and whatnot.
Yeah.
But I have yet to see like the whole run of the original.
Yeah.
And you probably don't want to, right? Because you don't want to compare yourself to those performances.
Kind of, yeah. And it's interesting because you're mentioning, there's a little bit of a cult following for the movie. It's the same thing with the musical. Like, there are people who are absolutely diehard fans for this show. And they had a professional production of it on Netflix for a while, of the musical, with some of the original cast members and then some of the members from the national tour. And I remember watching that a little over a year ago, and that was the first time I had seen Newsies all the way through. And I had watched part of the movie before, but it was when I was younger. And so seeing this musical, I was like, oh my God, this is phenomenal. And so then when they announced they were doing it at Civic, like over a year ago, I'm sitting there thinking, I have to audition for that. Like, I have to go, I have to do it, I have to at least try, right? Because it was just so phenomenal. And so to be a part of this and to be surrounded by so many just phenomenally talented people it's a whirlwind, and it's just so much fun, and we're really excited.
All right. Have you guys done productions before, either one of you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. At the Civic?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've done a few. I was just in Little Mermaid.
Okay.
Over in the Christmas
Yep.
time or holiday season.
A few summers ago, I was in Thoroughly Modern Millie.
Okay.
And you mentioned Stephanie. She did projections for that show as well. So I'm really excited to see what she does for this, because the stuff that she did for that show was just phenomenal. So,
well, thanks for coming in. Newsies again starts next Friday at the Civic Theatre. You can get tickets online at grct.org if you want more information about the show as well. They got the cast and everything up there as well. grct.org. Thanks a lot, guys, for coming in.
Yeah, thank you so much for having us.
You're on 98.7 WFGR.
High RV prices. High RV prices. High